Hello farmers, welcome back to Hinterland, spraying the weeds off the sugar beet field. I was going to hire Frank Jr., one of those, to come over here and do this, but I kind of feel like doing some spray spot weeding myself. So yeah, we're just going to take care of this pretty quickly, and this should be the last field I need to do this year for weeds, I do believe, but we can double check tomorrow if any weeds do pop up, but I'm like 99.5% sure this is all the weeds we'll have this year. And then once we get this done, we got to go over and take care of the grass field. We got to mow that. We're going to make conditioned grass, and that's going to be mainly for the sheep. The sheep do need some feed. I don't think their grass in their meadow is going to grow quick enough for them to fill up their trough well enough. And plus, we'll have plenty of grass to give them anyways. No conditioned grass will be given to the cows yet. We'll see how that goes in the future once we get more cows. Speaking of the cows, I've done a little bit of work in between episodes, not a whole lot, but I brought over 1 tanker of milk to the dairy production, which we upgraded quite a bit last episode. The 20,000 liters of slurry that the cows had, brought that over to be processed into electricity as well. And the other thing I did in between episodes is I edited the XML file to the Sell Everything mod. So that will now take methane. So we have a place to sell our methane gas or liquid or whatever form we're selling it in. So I also look to make sure that the tankers that we have, that can transport methane. And I think instead of buying a tanker to transport the methane only, I'll probably end up using the slurry tanker, and we'll transport the methane that way to sell it. I haven't really looked at the best time to sell methane or anything like that. We'll probably just keep the methane in the BGA, and when, you know, I would like a good payday or something like that, some extra cash, we'll sell the methane then and see how it goes. So yeah, after we get done with this, we're going to go over, like I said, to the grass field, make some conditioned grass. We'll bale it on up, pick up the bales, feed the sheep a little bit, and then we're done for April, I do believe. Now, we've got to keep our eye on the price of the clothing. It says May, and just like on No Man's Land, May was the best time to sell clothing. But as we all know, sometimes the price can be, you know, late April or sometime in May. So we'll see how that goes. We should get about, I didn't check, but I think, if I remember, like 300,000 maybe in clothing. I know it's over 200,000, but maybe 300,000. And probably take most of that and upgrade the dairy production 2 more times. It is now a level 4, and I think we'll need to get up to at least a level 6. And then any extra cash that we got left over, we'll try to pay some money off on the loan, but keeping some money to ourselves as well, because we got that loan interest at midnight. But we'll try to nibble into that loan a little bit. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. As for May, I don't think we got much to do in May other than maybe sell some products. Potatoes, I got to find a time to sell potatoes. The planks as well. We got a good storage of planks, but I think planks are in July. But yeah, we'll have a look at the stock market as we continue on forward here. The chickens seem to be doing just fine. I'd like to get that production really up and going, but I don't want to get it going too fast because I don't have any more soybeans currently to give them. We'll have to wait until we get the soybean harvest done, and then maybe we can look at it. But by then, the chickens probably will have a good start to where we don't have to buy any more chickens. So that is it for weeding this year, I do believe. So let's go ahead and we'll put the sprayer away. And the Valtra, I was going to put away, but we're going to need that to pick up the bales. And I just mentioned the soybeans. There are the soybeans right there. I'm not going to have to spray that for weeds tomorrow because that field was plowed, so no weeds should grow in that field. Same can be said for the potato fields, and yeah, all the other fields I do believe are taken care of. Looks like our planter did the little shimmy shimmy after loading in the game. I don't know why it does that, and I was kind of hoping, but that mod's been out for a while. I was kind of hoping that maybe there'd be an update to that. Or maybe it could be I have a mod, you know, a conflicting mod with that planter that's making it do that. So maybe I'm the only one that has that problem. Alright, let's go ahead and drop that off there. Now we'll go around and hook up to the trailer. And we got to feed our sheep. Got to make sure our animals are kept fed, because if we don't, they cannot survive too long without feed. And that is, I forgot the name of the mod, but yeah, if our animals don't have any feed, they will perish. All right, let's back up and hook up to the weight and the trailer. All right, we'll turn that off for now. All right, the Crone Big M. Where's the Crone Big M? Right there. Let's jump into that. Okay, we'll get that into the field, and I could either use the JCB, probably the case. We'll use the baler on the case. Let's see, I'm going to want this into swath dropping, not wide spreading. And we also want to use the conditioner. And is it Control Y? Swath dropping. There we go. All right, let's go grab... Yeah, we'll grab the case. Yep, we're good on diesel, and repair status is pretty darn good. And I should have plenty of silage additive into the baler. Yep, looks like we got plenty. And right now that is hay, I do believe, that's in the baler. Oh yeah, so can I reset? Control N should be my command to reset it. Control V, that doesn't do it. Alright, let me recheck my controls, because on Cylindra it's Control N to reset the baler. Right there, reset bale counter, Control N. Oh well. Do I have the Vermeer? Maybe it's not working because I don't have the Vermeer on here. Maybe I don't have that activated. Let's see if I go to mowers. Yeah, I don't have the Vermeer package activated. So maybe that's why I can't reset the bale counter. Either way. Alright, let's go ahead and unfold the baler. Lower that down. Turn it on. 25 meters behind. We don't need an offset or anything. Let's lower down the mower. And wait. I thought I had it with conditioner. Yeah, with conditioner. That's what we want. With conditioner. At first, I keep forgetting. I was looking at the color of the grass. I'm like, wait, that's not with conditioner. Without conditioner, that grass would be like a very bright green. So we're all set. Let's see, how are we doing back there? I should see who's working with us today. That's Frank. Alright, go. So we may have some problems here. Frank lately tends to misbehave back there. I think we got a good amount of hay bales, but the first set we need to cut off this field this year is definitely conditioned grass. We need to go ahead and get our sheep enough feed. Silage bales, we got a decent amount still, but planning for the future, we need to get like another grass field up and going, and a nice big grass field where we can just make just pure silage bales. We got enough grass the first year by making all the fields, but with only currently like, you know, just under 50 cows, we can keep up. But it won't be long now where we're going to have like over 60. Then before long, is this going to multiply and multiply? And, you know, this little field is not going to be enough to supply the sheep and the cows with the feed that they need. Yeah, maybe, you know, I was just thinking because of the clothing, maybe what I should do is buy another piece of land with that money instead of paying off a loan. Paying off the loan a little bit, you know, would be nice, but getting another field, the amount of profit I can get off that field will definitely pay for itself quicker than saving myself a couple $100 on a loan for a few months. And getting another grass field would be good. I think maybe buying land on the other side over by the production buildings would be good, so I can kind of like make a road going on down from the other fields to the production building. I gotta be careful. I can't get too far ahead of Frank, or else he won't know where to go. That's about the only thing with follow me. It only can save so many waypoints. If you get too far ahead, the worker will stop. And it's not like Frank is going slow. He's going at the pace that the baler will allow him to. And the good thing about the big Krone baler, it has a wider pickup, so it's not missing too much of the swath, if any. The corners, they will miss. Just the way it is, because the tractor is following the waypoints and the baler is behind, so it's going to take a tighter corner than the tractor itself. Let me just scooch on up here. I want to make sure that this bale is actually conditioned grass. Although the first bale might be hay, but it looks like conditioned grass. I might have swapped over. What do we got here? Hey, grass, conditioned, perfect. Now the one thing I haven't got a chance to test just yet is TMR mixers, production buildings. I gotta go ahead and test to see if any of those production buildings understand what different silage types Maizeplus adds. So it may not recognize like conditioned grass silage bale or whatever. If it does, then in the future we could possibly have ourselves a production building making TMR, and it'd be a little bit easier to feed the cows. But currently, it's okay to do it with the mixer. Or I could go ahead and just edit the XML file of the TMR mixer that we currently have and make it hold twice as much, and that way I don't have to fill up. Well, you still got to put all the materials in it, but it's just a matter of going back and forth, I suppose. Just waiting for Frank to catch on up. We are up to $50,000. I was when I started today. I was down at 15,000, but the energy that we're selling from the BGA is coming in nicely. And I'm going to keep that money as we sleep to the night, because we are going to have a $32,000 loan interest payment. This field here will need some lime in it. pH is getting kind of bad, so we'll probably take care of that in May. I think May is going to be a slow month for farming work, so we'll put some lime down and then fertilize it. Actually, the Krone baler is actually doing pretty good on the corners, getting a lot of the swath. Just hit top of the hour. Not that much money came in as I was getting before, so I'm guessing the BGA might be done processing either the manure or slurry or both. Let me have a quick look. I was looking at the our stock market, that's what I like to call it. Yeah, so you can see right now methane. We can now sell it at the Sell Everything place that we got here, and actually we're getting a pretty darn good price of. Well, it says $462, and the best price was $449. I was having a look at the clothing. Oh yeah, look at the clothing right now. Yeah, I mean we should get. Well, we're getting a better price than what it says we should get, but the price is still going up, which is great. But yeah, $380,000 worth of clothing right now, which is great. And planks, we should get $180,000 when it comes time to sell that. We could sell some grain grist. We got plenty of that. Grass silage, no, we got to keep that kind of stuff. Yeah, so everything, we got some money sitting here. Actually, if you look at the max value over here, almost $1.8 million worth of material that we got. But of course, we're not selling all of it. But that makes it look pretty darn good. But we do have more things to buy, and we still got, what, over $9 million worth of loan to pay off as well. Well, I'm not worried about that. We got plenty of cash that'll be coming in. The cows are going to be doing just fine. Oh, I was going to go check on, yeah, what ended up inactive? Slurry and manure, so we'll deactivate that. I don't know if it says it's out of material. Are they still charging you? So, I mean, if I could just leave them active and if it's not actually running, are they actually charging you? Or, you know, is it worth deactivating it? We should get more clothing. What's the recipe? 5 fabric for 4 clothing. So we're going to get like another 4,000 liters of clothing. So we got to wait for that to finish on up. And of course, this is all to do with, I think we have like 40 cows, 40 sheep mostly, that was producing that wool in the past year, but now we're up to 50, and then before soon 60, so on and so forth. So each year, the amount of money we're going to get for clothing should get better and better until the pen gets maxed on out. Can I get the whole width? Not quite. Not quite. And then I'll scooch over here. Make sure I get out of the way of Frank. That's a lot of bales sitting in the field. Yeah, thank you, autoloaders. That'd be that'd be a lot of work to do if I had to use a front loader or even the auto-loading trailers going around picking up that many. Would take a while. So yeah, no more money coming in today from electricity, but we will get like maybe $3,000 an hour still from the wind turbine and the solar panels that we have. So I need to keep all that money so we can pay our loan interest at midnight. But tomorrow it should be a pretty darn good payday with the clothing. Well, Frank must be in a really good mood today. He worked out rather well for us. And let me tell him he can go on home, I guess. Thanks, Frank. Did a good job. Congratulations. All the little pieces that are left on the field, not going to be too concerned about it because it could be made into hay later on this year. Let's go ahead and fold that on up. Now, of course, all this conditioned grass, like I said, is for the sheep. The rest will be in storage, but by the end of the year, any bales that we had not used of conditioned grass will be turned into silage. And last year, we didn't have to feed the sheep at all, I don't think. At least I don't remember feeding them at all, because they were getting enough grass from their pasture. Although I do remember now, when I was taking those conditioned grass bales out and turning them into silage, I got to find a better way to do that because that was a mess. Let's go park up the Case tractor. Let's jump on over to the Big M. We can put that away. And then we'll grab the Voltra, come over here. I'm just going to put all the bales into storage, and then we'll take out some bales and feed the sheep that way. I could just, drop the bales off in front of the sheep feed trough, but then I'm going to end up with bales that get down to like 1,000 liters like I had last year. So I think I'm just going to go bring some bales over with the Voltra, like a couple at a time. Their feed trough only holds about 60,000. So it's not like they're going to require too much. Oh yeah, might need to feed the cows as well before I call it a day. Yeah, I'll be back to feed you. I heard you. Oh yeah, and I probably should wash and put away the planter. And also wash at least the grain trailer, because I think the last thing I had in that was manure. Is this activated or not? It is not. That should do that. Alright, let's go pick up all these bales, put them away, and feed the sheep. And then I'll probably speed up time until the evening hours and then feed the cows. And we are done with April. I think I am going to wait for the clothing until next month. Even though right now the price is better than what it should be. Or was last year. I think I might gamble on it. Now, this trailer doesn't hold as much as the one on East Vineland. This one holds 21. And I think the one I was used on East Vineland held 32. I do believe. That's okay. We don't transport that. Well, I don't want to say that many bales. We actually do transport a good amount. I am liking the oak trees. Those oak trees that we planted. Seems like we spaced them out just about right. At least for my preference. Just gotta make sure you gotta come to a complete stop when unloading the bales from the autoloader. Let's clear up that field so that way next month we can put down lime and fertilizer. Well, 2 full trailers plus 3, that makes 45 bales. Although the first bale was kind of in the baler when we started, it was like half full. But I didn't see how much was in the baler when we got done either, so we're just going to call it 45 bales. And actually, you know what? I think these, I know I said I was going to put them all in, but 3 bales should be just about right for the sheep, I would think. Which way are you going to unload is the question. And you unloaded that way. Of course you did. Alright, I'll come back and we'll push you on in. Let me go drop off the trailer to make it a little bit easier. I think I'll stick it on into where the silage bales are. Let's see, drop off the trailer, keep the weight. Now this isn't going to fill their feed trough, but for the sheep it'll be more than enough to get them by. And maybe their pasture. Well, somehow I'm moving all 3. Alright, so what does that feed trough look like for the sheep now? It was pretty low. Okay, yeah, so it didn't add too much, but it should be enough to get them by, and then hopefully as the grass grows, they'll keep taking from there. So I'm going to fast forward some time. I'm going to go ahead and feed the cows. And then we will be all set. Oh, I got to get rid of the weight. So actually, let me put that on the tractor so I can hook up to the trailer. And then disconnect the weight. So I can now attach to the mixer itself. This is the third batch that I'm making for the cows this evening. 2 bales of hay, 4 bales of silage is a good mixture for us. And we do got the mixture set for dairy cattle. Make sure it takes it all before I drive over. I've been turning around in here. If I come in here too quickly and it's still taking like silage or hay from a bale, the bale is in the mixer, and when I drive through the trigger, it'll take whatever left of the bale. So I want to make sure it's completely mixed before I drive through any triggers. Done that before. Just like I once tried to just leave the mixer here and put the bales into the mixer, but what was happening was the feed trough was taking it before the mixer did. Am I going to have any left over here, or are you guys going to take all that as well? I say guys, you're all girls because you're producing milk. Are you ladies going to take it all? I think you're going to take it all, aren't you? But I think that's enough to get them through until morning. I can take care of them in May. Alright, so you guys just like took it all. Overall, how are we doing here? Yeah, they're just about full. That's pretty darn good. Straw, we'll have to give them some straw in the meantime. I'm already back up to 40,000 liters of milk. And water, I think you got enough water, but let's make sure. Truck is right here. I don't know if there's any water in that tanker or not. I'm going to guess there's some in here because I think the water trough is like a 40,000 liter-ish. And this tanker holds 60 something, so I have like 20,000 or okay, 7,000 liters left. Right, so now what I'll do is, I was going to back up all the way, but let's go ahead and turn around. Not quite nighttime yet, but it's getting rather on the dark side. And we don't have any additional lights up yet around the farm. And I think you'll fill up with the engine off. You will, so we're all set there. Alright, so let's double check on everything here. Our clothing is done. We'll deactivate that. So we're still making bread, but that's a slow process. Yeah, we're doing fine here. And, of course, our dairy production got a lot of milk going through. But you know what? It's starting to go through a little bit quicker. Now that's at level 4. And butter and cheese. When do we actually sell butter and cheese? It says October. How is the price on clothing doing? Oh, I just saw it there. Clothing. I think we should sell that now, actually. Price says it's going down, and it's going for $10,500 when last year it went for $10,300. Needs to go to the restaurant, $430,000, which is good. Long planks. I should probably sell those at the restaurant as well. The prefab walls and wood beams, we just sold those. It's not actually that much there. So let's go ahead and we'll sell long planks and the clothing. So water will have to be put on hold. Let's turn on some lights, shall we? Oh, there's only one set of lights on this truck. Oh, the tanker's still filling on up. Alright, so I realize it's probably a little dark for you. Actually, let me slow down time because the price is going down. It's a little dark for you, but it's also getting to be a little bit dark for me, but you can kind of see where we're going. Yeah, I'm going to have to put up some lights around here. We don't work that much at nighttime anyways, but it'd be good to do so. But I don't want to do it today. We'll have to do it once we get a little bit more financially stable. I mean, we're pretty much stable now. We know, I mean, the farm is making a profit. It's that we got a lot of debt to pay off. Taking a long way around, I think, but We got a lot of money coming our way here very shortly. Oh, I probably need to spawn those clothes, so let me go ahead and turn that on now. We'll go here. That's on storing. Let's go ahead and... no, sorry. No, back. I don't want to spawn them. We'll just go ahead and spawn them like that. Alright, midnight clothing sale. Although it's kind of good to drive around a little bit at night, seeing exactly where we need lights and so on and so forth. The production buildings seem to do rather well. I think I'll be able to get all the clothing on here. And of course, just remember, that price that we're being shown that we're going to get for the clothing, that does not include our environmental score bonus. As we wait for the clothes to keep on being brought out by the workers, I guess. Alright, this may take a moment. We got like 40,000 liters. I'm up to 12. And now 16. Well, 40,000 liters of clothing. Let's go sell this. Can we get $500,000 in the bank account? And the restaurant is right... This is the restaurant, right? What's the other one? I want to make sure I'm going to the right place here. Wait, no. Yeah, that's the restaurant. This is the farmer's market. Okay. Selling rather quickly there. 420,000 for the clothing, 60,000 because of our environmental score. Okay, that's looking really good. All right, so very, very good. What was it? Planks long to the restaurant. All right, Planks long is next. You know, what about our self-selling station? Did I just goof up on that? We do got clothing left. Let me just, no, we don't have a whole bunch of clothing, but I want to, can I sell that at my self-selling station? I thought that would have been the best place to bring it if I could do that. No, clothing can only be sold at the port, restaurant, and sell everything. Okay. So is it the fabric? Okay, so it must be just the cotton. Or is it the wool? Okay, the wool can be sold at our selling lodge. That's our own little selling station there. Okay. What about butter and cheese? Can I sell butter and cheese? We can. All right. Yeah, just checking on some things. I mean, we put that down our own selling our own selling station over there, and I haven't used it yet. And by using our own selling station, we get more of a profit because we're not selling our product to someone who's selling it to the public. We're just selling it directly to the public. We're skipping out the middleman. All right, long planks. Long planks is what we need. I think the only thing I got left in that shed are potatoes and planks. Not long planks, but I'll double check. If I can find that trigger is there somewhere. Seed potatoes, premium potatoes, just planks, back to seed potatoes. Yeah, so not there. And then long planks or planks long. Planks long. Okay, we'll get those all on out, please. That's a lot of long planks. I probably can't fit them all on here at once. Okay, maybe I will. And I think I got more in here. 7 more. Oh, I can't get them all on there? I beg to differ that we can't get them all on there. So we'll just place that up there, kind of. There we go. They're all on there. What's the problem? They're all on there. All right, I was not expecting to be doing this at nighttime. I think what I'll try to do when I go to edit this, I will try to brighten it up for you guys so you can kind of see what's going on. Because I know how it is. If it's kind of dark for me by the time YouTube renders it and I render it, it's going to be rather dark. Alright, to the restaurant we go. Make sure I don't go through the farmer's market sell area. Making this corner is a little tricky. So I hit it before. But this time I did rather nicely. $62,000, $63,000 if you want, and $9,000 for a bonus. We're up to $600,000 in the bank account. All right, so what we're going to do, you probably guessed it before we go any further. Yeah, we're going to go on down to the dairy, and we're going to upgrade that for $98,000, but not once. We're going to upgrade it again for another $105,000. Level 6. So we'll see if that keeps up with the milk. Okay, so $400,000. Now what we're going to do, and I want to do this all before midnight, is I do want to buy, I think, this lot of land right here. Lot number 30. That way I can make a road going down towards our production buildings from here. I mean, I would like to go around. I think I've been going around. When I come out, I come down. Yeah, lot number 30 is what we want. Let's go ahead and buy that for $79,876. That is good. So we're probably going to make a grass field over here mostly. We got some trees that we can cut down as well. So we got more trees to cut down even though these have not fully grown yet. Let's go over to our money situation. So what do I got? $327,000. You know what I haven't checked on? What's in the store? A tree harvester for $222,000. The Komatsu. Komatsu? That's something that we could use, but I think leasing one of those for an hour once in a while is the best way to go instead of buying that one outright. It would be nice. But yeah, let's go ahead and not bother with that. Okay, let's go ahead and repay off some of this loan. Let's leave $100,000 in the bank account. You know what? No, let's leave $50,000. I was going to say, let's leave $100,000. That way, if someone comes up for sale in the store, I'll be able to purchase it. But really, the only things I would want to buy is going to cost, even though if it's on sale, it's going to cost more than $100,000. Like the John Deere 9RX, is it? Even if that's half off, we're looking at probably $250,000 for that. So that's not enough. So going to be kind of interesting here. We pay $32,100 a month in interest, so we'll see how well that does for us. So let me go ahead and put this stuff away. We'll go to bed, and we'll see how everything goes through the night. I am starting to think over here, I probably should put down a shed for our tankers. The only reason being is, well, I mean, we filled the milk here. We filled the slurry on the other side, and the water is on the other side. So I think maybe putting down a shed over here for our tankers. That way we can just park them up. Don't have that far to go. I mean, yeah, the other shed's right over there, but it just makes a little bit more sense, I would think. Let's turn the lights off on the truck so we're all set. I mean, the bale sheds are lit up nicely. I think the cows and the sheep, well, the sheep don't have any lights whatsoever. I'm just trying to take a mental note of where we probably need some lights. And, of course, the big shed, the lights are on, but doesn't really... Well, honestly, it brightens up where the implements are, but nothing on the outside for lights. So it looks up rather well here. Instead of, oh yeah, I keep forgetting to check the supply and transport contracts. Big bag premium potatoes. Not paying that much, so it's not worth my time, I don't think. All right, let's go on home, which we are. All right, animals are all set. Factory should be all set. I think we're all set. Let's get to the month of May. 32,100 is what we paid on loan interest. And now we're down to, well, we saved ourselves $1,000. Take care of your animals' food, health, age. I don't think any of them are at the age, so we must have gotten chickens? Yeah, we got chickens, so the chicken warning came up. Yeah, we didn't get any more new cows that I can see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We still got 60 sheep, so it must have been for the chickens. The sheep are looking rather well. And the cows, I'm glad I gave them water last night because they went on down through it quite a bit. So I got to take care of the cows today. Well, let's face it, we're going to have to take care of the cows every day. How is our milk production looking like? Well, I mean, we still got a lot of milk to be processed, so we'll see how that goes. Wow, we've been up 6 levels, and it's having a hard time keeping up. Yeah, and of course our cows did produce a good amount of milk overnight because we just filled up the tanker. Well, filled up quite a bit. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. You know, maybe it comes to a point of upgrading the milk factory. It gets to be a little bit too expensive. So maybe putting down a different dairy production and upgrading that as well. So having 2 buildings. I was trying to eliminate the amount of buildings we had over there. So maybe I'll look into another production building. And maybe that will go through more of the milk faster. But overall, yeah, I think we're doing rather well. So we got this lot of land over here. We got to go ahead and, well, make a grass field around the trees over here. We'll try to do that. But I think any weeds we got to take care of. Nope, we're all done with weeds. Everything is growing rather well, right? Yeah, everything's looking good. So we just got to take care of our grass field and make a grass field in the month of May, if that's what we want to do, or just take care of the animals and move on. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Hinterland. But until then, have a good one.